This is real life, living in Normieville, where nothing feels normal, but you know it's real. With Kolette and Melissa, we're talking truth, we're breaking through, seeing life from a different view. You're not crazy, you're just awake. Welcome to Normieville.
Here we are. We're actually sitting on the lawn in front of a tree outside the Boston Methodist. I can never remember.
Boston Avenue United Methodist Church.
A lot of words.
Yes, and we went to an event here today together. It's called the Equinox, first day of spring event, to listen to the beautiful organ that is in this church. And we went to an event with a couple hundred people.
There had to be 100 or 150 people. It was a lot. It was a lot more than I expected. But it was really interesting. It was meant to be sort of an expression of art. So people would literally stand on a box and they had 3 minutes to express art, whatever that looked like. Some people played a song. Some people read poetry. It was really interesting. And then there was some live music after that, which was really beautiful. And then we sat in the main, I don't want to call it an auditorium.
Sanctuary.
You can tell I've not grown up in a traditional church. But in the sanctuary, and a young man was playing the organ, and it was really beautiful. I mean, it was really beautiful.
It was beautiful. And Kolette and I believe that this church is a millennial reign church, so it was fascinating to be a part of that event. But as we sat there and listened to it, so many things. We're still kind of processing what the event was and what we took away from it and where we are in the awakening and where people's consciousness are. And it's different, right? I think one of our biggest goals today was just to get out and be amongst other people, not patriots necessarily, just other human beings right now during this time of the awakening.
I just think that when we're waking up, we tend to gravitate toward people like us that are waking up, that are thinking like us, that maybe are having the same experiences that we are. And so I really felt like it was good to get out among people that we don't know if they're awake or not, right?
Right.
They're definitely nothing like us, but it's good to really be around other types of people, other different perspectives. Even if you're not sitting there sharing your ideologies, you just know that if you were to talk, that it's not somebody you'd probably find on a Telegram channel.
Right, but I love that because I think it snaps us into like the perspective of where we are and how we as Anons and influencers can bring our story to what we've been through and how painful it's been. I think we need to get to a point that we're out of our beds and we're talking about the true awakening and the awakening of our consciousness, the awakening of our hearts. You know, I often say to Kolette that it's like an egg. You know, we're all eggs, and God is cracking us. And, you know, some of us have been cracked more than others, and some of us have different experiences based on our life and what we've been through. And I think we really need to start talking about that in a really real way, because this isn't easy. This is really hard. And Kolette and I just, the reason that we even got our camera out is we were sitting here kind of wrapping up, thinking about our thoughts, and we're like, why aren't we recording what we're saying? I think it would benefit a lot of people. And
well, I think a lot of people are going through some things in the Great Awakening, and they're feeling isolated.
Yeah, I think we're all feeling isolated because we're all in different places. You know, some people know things about one subject, and then others know more about another subject.
Well, we're all learning different things right now, and I think we're all in a weird space. At least that's the sense that I get. It's like you're trying to remove yourself from the old world, from the matrix, from the old systems. the more that we're learning about the lies and the deception, we're trying to remove ourselves from participating in that. And yet we still envision this new world, right, where it's peace and prosperity, and everything looks completely different. You know, our financial system looks completely different. Our education system looks different. Our healthcare system looks completely different. And so we're trying to look forward, and we're trying to be excited about that, at the same time separating ourselves from the old world. And I feel like there's this weird space right now, this bridge between the old and the new, that I think a lot of people are having challenges trying to navigate through that, because there is no playbook for that. There's no
The Great Awakening
there's
playbook.
no The Great Awakening for Dummies book, which I wish there was.
You know, maybe we could we can author The Great Awakening for Dummies. That would be fun.
Yeah,
But it's a lot of work to write a book.
well, and it's like, I think a lot of people are going through this, and
Yes.
nobody's really talking about it, and that's why we want to talk about it. I was you know, thinking about this yesterday, and I texted Melissa. I said, you know, when I was pregnant with my first kid, you know, 19 years ago, I was on bed rest, and I, you know, at the time, hearing of me going on bed rest, I was like, oh, this is great. I can barely walk around at work. I don't have any energy. I'm tired. I'm huge. Bed rest is going to be great because I can watch movies. I can just relax. I don't have to stress. I can read. I can do, I mean, I even thought I was going to learn how to knit. Like, I was like, I went and bought yarn. I was so excited. And then after a few days, I'm like, you know what? This is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I felt restless. I felt like, you know, there's so many things I wanted to do but couldn't do because I just was physically not able to do it. And I knew I was about to birth something wonderful, right? And I couldn't be participating in my old life because I physically couldn't. So I just equate this period of time to bed rest.
I love it.
It was just this restlessness, this feeling of, I don't know what to do in the meantime. Like, everything I try is not satisfying to me.
Right. Well, I think we don't want to do it the old ways, right? I think we've done enough of awakening to know we're not going back. So we want to go forward. But to your point, this bed rest period that we've been in, and now we're ready to birth something.
Right.
But nobody knows what we're supposed to be birthing.
Right.
And we're just going to birth
We know
something
fantastic is coming, and we
huge.
want to stay focused on that and get excited about it. But I think, you know, the reality is too that we're only physically capable of staying in a high vibe all the time, or staying positive all the time, or staying optimistic all the time. And I think it's okay for us to say, you're not always going to feel positive. You're not always going to feel like you're vibing high. You're not always going to feel optimistic.
Well, it's like a roller coaster, right? I mean, we're on it.
is.
Some days we're like, whoa. And then some days we're like,
Yes.
on top of the world and dancing.
Right. Some days are great. I mean, you feel like, I mean, truly, if you ever felt like a crazy person, that's where you feel
Yes.
crazy. Like, one day you're on top of the world, and the next day you're like, I can't get out of bed again, and I don't even know why. I don't even understand why.
But that's real. That's where, like, let's talk about the real world right now. And I think there's a lot of us. I don't want to pretend at all. Like, I don't want to do any pretending. And I have good days and I have bad days. And I'm very thankful for community. I think that if we can do anything is let's build a virtual community, because we're not all in the same place. We're very fortunate to be in the same place.
Right.
But I think building a virtual community, and I think we've tried on Telegram, we've tried on X, which I think is fantastic, and those platforms are great. But, like, let's just have real conversation.
You have an ant in your
Oh, thanks for getting it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I got it.
Is it still there?
He's right here. You can see
Oh,
him.
well, I can't see him. I don't have my glasses on.
I think you got him.
Okay.
She said we were going to sit here until we got ants in our pants. She didn't say anything about ants in the hair. So.
Oh my goodness! It's
Sorry
something.
to interrupt you.
No.
I just didn't think you wanted an ant.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about a virtual community. I think that we have an opportunity to try to have roundtable virtually, where I would love for us to have a group of people talking together like this and sharing how we're feeling and how we can help each other.
And just for people to know, it's okay to feel that way sometimes. You know, sometimes we can look at everybody else and think, wow, nobody's struggling like I am. And everybody just seems like they've got it together and they're excited
Right.
all the time, and that's just not true. I mean, we all have our bad days, and we don't want to all get together and just be negative, but at the same time, I think we have to face the reality that you're going to have those days where you feel that way, and just sit in it, right? Like, just don't try to fight it or talk yourself out of it, or feel like you want to spiral down further. Just know that that's going to happen, and not join that loop of negativity, because it'll suck you in too.
Well, I think that's for sure. I think negativity, or even that energy, and I often say, like, it's like a green battery and a red battery, and I want to be in the green battery space all the time. And it doesn't mean that things aren't going to try to suck me into that red battery, but negative energy, it can happen really quick in this headspace, in this bed rest phase, right? So I think it is important to, if you're feeling that way, listen to great music, get in your Bible, do gematria, do what makes you and your heart happy. And it's okay to be in a slump. I think that's the biggest thing, is it is okay. We're not crazy. We aren't in a depression. We're literally birthing a new world. We are being reborn. I believe that that's what's happening to all of us. The near-death experience, I believe this is it. Like, we are literally learning that everything that we knew is a lie and finding our new way, and it's not happening as quickly as we thought it was going to.
Right. I think that you're not lost. We're about to be found. We're just sort of at that point where we don't know where to go from here, and that's okay. And I think, to your earlier point, jot down the things that truly you enjoy, whether it's going for a long walk or doing gematria or listening to a particular type of music or reading the Bible.
Or art.
It can be anything that brings you joy. And when you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling in a low place, sometimes you actually have to go ahead and just start doing those things, and your feelings will catch up with it. So you're not going to feel like doing it, right? That's the catch 22, is you're feeling bad, and the last thing you want to do is doing any of those things that you enjoy, but that's what's going to move the needle for you and kind of help you start to feel better. And so I would just, maybe even make a list on your phone, notes, and say, here's the things that I enjoy, here's the things that make me feel better. And when you are feeling low, find something on that list that you can do. Even if it's just, I'm going to go stand outside and ground.
Oh, I think for me, sunshine, grounding, and walking every single day, those things give me energy. And sometimes I don't feel like I want to do it. And now, you know what she's made me do? Well, she suggested planking. I mean, I don't know if you've ever done any planking, but she sends me this video about 3 minutes a day to plank. And so I'm like thinking, okay, I'm going to do this.
She's thinking I'm doing it because I sent her a video, which is not true at all.
Right.
But I'm like, are you doing your 3 minutes of planking? And I'm like, well, no, but that is awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah. So I started the planking, and I'm just saying, like, I literally, doing 1 minute is hard. Like, I'm setting my timer, and I'm doing 1 minute.
Push-ups. Ugh, I hate push-ups.
But the whole point for me is try something new. Like maybe you haven't done it in 20 years. Just try it. You just never know, because now I'm kind of challenged by it, and I am kind of sending her a little message saying, are you doing it? And she's going, no, I'm still bed resting. Doing a bed rest.
I'm still on bed rest. I'm not allowed to do planks.
Right.
But I think, even if it's, what I find what really lifts my spirits is truly getting out of the house. I don't like to leave the house. There's nothing,
no.
The things I used to enjoy, shopping or going out to dinner or concerts. I mean, that's all sounds horrible to me now, but the act of getting out of the house, even if you get in your car and drive to a park and just sit on a park bench and you're just in nature, I mean, just 30 minutes will do wonders to your mood. I mean, I just try to find things that when I'm down and having those really difficult days, it's those little things that really can lift up your spirits a little bit and say, you know what, I'm okay today, and I'm going to be okay tomorrow. And, you can get some joy out of those things.
I agree. And we just talked about just keeping it really simple. Like, we don't have to have these big grandiose things, and trying to figure out how to get out of this space doesn't have to be this big mountain to climb. It can be this very, very smooth transition into this new way, and just trying to stay focused on Him, stay focused on love and positive energy, and doing things to every day one step forward, and then you might take 10 steps back, but it's okay.
Yep.
And have each other, and let's be honest, and let's be real about it, and let's talk about it.
Right, because there's so many of us that are in the same boat, and I think we forget that, right? Because many of us, they don't have their best friend that they can call and say, hey, meet me at a park, or let's go for a walk, or let's go out to lunch. So you've got to just know that you're not alone, and there's many of us going through the very same things. And if it gets you excited to think about a humanitarian project, which I think was the whole reason behind this whole narrative about a humanitarian project, is to get people thinking forward and to get people excited about the world that's to come and how they can help create that. And I think that's really good for our mental well-being. And I believe humanitarian projects are real. But
I think maybe not how we've been told. Maybe it's going to be different, right?
Yeah, I don't think that, this is just my opinion, but I don't think you're not going to get your money unless you have a humanitarian project. Right. I think that was put out there for us to stop thinking about ourselves and how we're going to spend the money on ourselves, because the wealth transfer yes, it's for you to not worry about money, and God wants you to have nice things, and God wants you to have a really great experience here, but it's not for us to consume with 10 houses and 8 boats and our personal jets. It's like, this money is meant to go out and bless God's people and demonstrate the love of God through that money. And I'm on this diatribe not because I'm trying to preach to anybody. It's just, if that gets you excited and you want to think about what could you do to help humanity, because every single one of us is going to be in a position to do that.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's why we've been shown these little snippets of people going and buying somebody's groceries or paying it forward, that whole entire marketing scheme, or not scheme, but marketing, whatever that's
you
called.
You want to call it a PSYOP or operation?
Yes. Or to pay it forward. I think it's brilliant, because how many of us love to see those videos, love to see somebody get a new bike or a new truck or a new home. And I think that's going to be the way of the new world. And I don't think we have to think of these huge, we're going to have a ranch and we're going to be going to this country and doing X, Y, and Z. Like, how can those of us, and there are a lot of us that understand what's getting ready to happen, we are going to all be very wealthy. How can we change the world one person at a time and make an impact? And
even if you're just driving around and you see somebody that's in a, we've all seen those cars that are dented and the wheels practically falling off. Wouldn't it be fun to bless that person in a new car?
I think that would be really fun.
Or you see an older gentleman, at Walmart, he's greeting people because he has to work. And it's like, how fun would it be to actually say, why don't you go retire?
Yes.
I mean, it can be the little things, or somebody's pumping their gas, and you're like, wouldn't it be fun just to say, I got it?
Yes.
Or you see a table of people having lunch. It's like, I'd just love to anonymously bless them with that. Be thinking about what would get you excited. I mean, I know very few of us are in that position right now, but we will be. And I think it's going to manifest a lot sooner if we actually are in that mindset and are getting excited about it and are thinking about it, and not be like, well, I don't have the money, but what if you did? What would you do today?
Well, I think that's how we have to operate. I think we have to manifest that, and we have to think that into existence, say that into existence. Like, what a great world it would be, and how fun would that be? And what if we had a year in our transition period where we were all able to go anonymously bless people? Right. I mean, how cool would that be? I would love to see on, who knows what it's going to look like, but let's just call it Normie News for a minute, that they're like, these anonymous people all these things are happening around the world, and we don't know who these people are that are blessing everyone. How cool would it to be that secret blessing army, to get to do that and to know we're a part of it, and we're not even having to speak about it, because that's going to be the joy in it, is helping people that never saw it coming. And in my new world, I'm always thinking, we've seen all these billionaires on the stage for all of our lives. What if there's all these billionaires not on the stage, behind the scenes, highlighting things, giving to communities that have never even seen it coming, right?
It's falling asleep. I gotta readjust.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to sit on the ground like this. I don't have answers yet. Do you have answers?
I don't think so. I probably do. I don't know.
So I don't know. I'm dreaming and thinking about wonderful things, but that's what I spend my time trying to think about and focus on.
Well, and I think that our whole point is, if you're feeling like you're not sure what to do, but you know you can't go back to your old way, your old life, and you don't want to, you physically and mentally and emotionally can't function back there, that is normal. That is, everybody that's waking up has gone through that. So don't fight it. Don't stress about it. And you may go, well, I don't know what to do from here. I feel trapped. I feel stuck. I feel lost. That's all a part of this awakening process. And it's not a matter of if, it's just when. And so I think our job right now is to try to preserve kind of our emotions and our mental state, and try to keep in a really positive, good place. And if it means going for a walk, if it means doing planks, if it means, coding, whatever that looks like for you, then spend the time doing that, and know that you're not alone. There's literally hundreds of thousands of us that are in exactly the same boat as you.
Exactly the same boat as you.
And let that somehow be a comfort to you, that you know that everybody else is out there feeling the same way. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, is we just want to talk about real things, authentic things, and not be scripted, and not have an agenda. Just talk. Just two friends talking with you, which is our friend. And that's
lots of friends. And we love you. We really do love you.
We do love you, and
we think about you all the time. We talk about you all the time, and
that's why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's really unique that we're all over the world. I mean,
me too.
I'm really excited, and I hope it's soon that we get to have events where we do come together and get to talk and get to meet and share, because we've all been growing in different ways. And I think a lot of people, when, Q says you're the news, I think we put so much on the news the old way. What if the news is your awakening, what you've been through, what you've experienced, what you've learned, and your news is to share that? Because what would it be like if we were all sharing the knowledge that we've learned over the last 10 years, and all putting that out there in the world like a puzzle, and people that are waking up, they get to pick the different pieces of that puzzle. But until we all get the courage to do this, and to share, and to talk, and to feel like we don't have to be perfect, that's gone. That old way of thinking we have to have our makeup straight and our hair right, and we're wearing the right thing, and our mics are working, all that's gone. Like, just be you, and just, God woke you up for this. Like, right now, He woke you up for this. And we've been in bed rest, and we've been in the birthing process, but we're here, and we are here to share and have church. We are the church. You are the church. I am the church. And together, this is what He wants. This is what Jesus came to teach, is our true internal self, and being authentic in that space, and being conscious, and loving others, and serving each other. What a great world it would be if we're all serving each other.
Yeah, well said. I think that, what you're going through right now is part of your story, and whether you ever go on a camera or not doesn't really matter. I think when people start waking up, they're going to be looking to you, because you've gone through so much of it already. And whether that's a neighbor or a friend that really maybe rejected you years ago when you started talking about the truth, has come back to you and wants to know what's going on, you know, they need to be able to relate to you, and you need to be able to relate to them. And I think they're going to be going through a lot of emotions that we've had years to process and digest, and they're probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe learning the truth in bigger doses than we had to.
Differently.
I mean, I think we were very self-paced for the most part. I don't know what it looks like, but it could be that they're getting a big dose at once and they're not going to know what to do about it. They're feeling all these things, and you may feel like, what am I going to tell them? I mean, I'm in a bad space. I can't even get out of my bed. It's like, well, you know what? That's what you share with them.
That's right.
That's what's real. Just say, like, I know what you're going through. I know what it feels like. I'm struggling too.
Yes, but they'll get through it.
And, you know, wherever we're at as individuals, that to embrace that and just know that that's part of your story, and that is going to be really valuable to somebody. We just don't always see it yet. We don't always know who or when, but it's coming.
Oh, that was good.
Well,
there's our tidbits. Those are, you know, these are discussions that Kolette and I have daily, and we are very blessed to have each other.
And that's why we just turned the camera on and started like, you know what? Let's let our friends join the conversation.
Yes, and we hope that you're sitting on the other side going, yes, that, because we're going to do more of this, and
it's not going to be scripted, and it's not going to be formal, and it's not going to, and it could be random. I mean, sometimes I feel like a rubber ball in a cement room. I mean, I'm all over the place.
Well, I think that's the real,
yeah,
and that's the truth, and we just got to be real. And we've got to figure out how. We never, ever dreamed that we would be behind a camera. Like, ever. I mean, I remember when TikTok came out, I'm like, oh, who is doing that? And why are they doing that? And now I'm like, what am I doing? But I
do. You're all mic'd up.
All mic'd up. But I feel like that's what we need right now. I think I'm looking in the community in what is inspiring me. I want to be around people that are inspiring me, and I know there's people on the other side of this camera that are inspirational, and because I've seen it, I've met these people when I've gone to different places, and I'm so inspired by them that I'm like, oh my gosh, we all need to be talking to each other. What are we doing? And I think this is just a way. We're going to start, we're going to do it, call it a podcast, call it a 10-minute conversation, or maybe 20-minute or 30-minute conversation, or 5 minutes. We're just going to try. And it might be in our house, it might be over coffee, it might be in a park, in our car, we don't know. We're just going to do it though, because we think that this would be helpful for others, because it is helpful for us, and we do know that we're really lucky to have each other.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. So we hope you enjoy
whatever we call
whatever we talk about.
Yeah.
We hope that it's beneficial and useful, and at least at a very minimum somewhat comforting.
Yes. So it's been fun. So now I'm going to get the ants out of my pants or out of my hair.
Yeah.
And we'll go about our day, and maybe we'll put some video together on the event we went to today, because we did get to hear the beautiful organ. And Kolette and I spent a lot of time talking about the millennial reign, which is amazing. If you haven't gone down that rabbit hole, that's like, once you kind of go down that rabbit hole, it's like, oh my gosh, do you realize what timeline we're actually in?
Right. I'd love to talk about that.
Yes.
And there's so many great channels out there that really do deep dives into the subject matter. But it's something that we enjoy talking about, because when you truly have a grasp on the timeline that we're actually in, it really changes a lot, and it really makes all of these crazy puzzle pieces fit together.
Yes.
And it makes things make so much more sense that never made sense before.
Oh, and it's going to be amazing.
And it really will get you excited. I think. I find it very exciting.
Very, very, very exciting. And a lot of proof out there, and a lot of great influencers that they've just been focusing on the millennial reign. And I don't think that it's, I guess, what would I say, in our community, in the awakening space, it's definitely not talked about very much.
It's definitely not talked about. It's very, everybody's got their little station, and I think there's really nobody talking about, you've got the Great Awakening with the whole military operation, the Q plan, tied to the millennial reign that we believe already happened. And so you've got people that are just talking about that. And so there's really nobody that's tying those two things together. And we thought it would be fun if we don't have the answers, but it sure would be fun to talk about it. And maybe together collectively we can maybe figure out some of these other puzzle pieces that nobody's really talking about.
That's right.
That would be fun.
Well, we're going to start connecting the puzzle, and we're finally out of our bed, and we're ready to talk, and we're ready to just do it.
Right.
We're just going to do it.
And if you're watching this from your bed, hey, no judgment.
Because we're going to get back in our bed soon.
We'll probably be there too soon, so no worries, right?
Yeah, and I was pointing to, can you show the side of your hat? So this is our little podcast logo with the microphone and the Q. So if you haven't followed Q, well, we follow Q, and
all right.
We're all Q.
Q, yeah. If you don't know what Q is, that's okay. But I think many of you that are watching probably have heard of it, or have followed it to some extent.
Yeah. And if you haven't, that's okay. There's 4,966 drops that started in 2017, and a lot of them we can look back at now, like the past is proving out the future. And it's been very fascinating and very interesting. And I'm sure along our journey we'll talk about the things that we find fascinating in that space. And there's so many people out there talking about Q, but I think we talk about it a little differently, because for me personally, I put a lot in Q drop 40, and that's my favorite drop of all the drops. So I spend a lot of my time thinking about Q drop 40 and how we got it so soon, and how a lot of us are thinking about that, or talking about that, or using that now.
Yep. We got a lot of good stuff we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so if we're all over the place, it's okay.
That's what we do.
That is.
It's a normal conversation.
Normieville news.
Yep.
It's normal stuff.
Because we are the news now, aren't we?
We are the news, you are the news.
I mean, you could go watch the news, or you could watch this.
Yeah.
Do both, see what makes you feel better.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're gonna hopefully do it together. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We love you. We're here for you. And we're just getting started. So we appreciate you joining in.
Yep. All right. Have a great day.
Bye.